extra, extra! Read all about it!
What's the news?
Secret Viking hideout burglarized! Vikings moved their treasure out of Phungoria!
What's going to happen to their tower?
Phungoria Amusements is planning to turn it into a permanent bungee jump ride.
You're kidding.
Not at all. They got a one ad for women's brasiers on page 2.
Okay, I've got to go now.
Bye, Gilbert!
That door is so cool.
I do not think that Master Ziz would be allowing you to take that, please.
Hi.
Hello and many greetings to you.
Do you have a name?
Most definitely.
What is it?
Balthazar Abiba Ahmed Salam Abdullah Harishni Abub. But most of the time my friends call me Glenn.
How old are you?
I am but a young genie. Only 1,317 years old.
Wow. Do all genies live that long?
Yes, and much longer than that as well. But you must take very good care of yourself when you live for so long. I have been to the dentist 345 times.
Ouch. How long have you been working for Ziz?
I have been in the employ of Master Ziz for nearly 22 years.
22 years?
Yes, 22 years. But that is not a very long time to a genie. It takes many years for a genie to become a genie. I have been a genie in training for 1,282 years.
Wow.
Yes, even for a genie, that was a very long time. Many times have I wanted to stop being a genie. But a genie cannot stop until his training is complete. When I become a full genie, then I will be able to do whatever I wish, and there will be no one to tell me what to do. But because I am not a full genie yet, I must do anything that Master Ziz says.
So, do I get 3 wishes now or what?
If I was a full genie, and you have rubbed my genie bottle, then I would have to be granting you 3 wishes as you say. But I am not a full genie, and so I cannot be granting you any wishes. Only for Master Ziz must I be doing this.
Are all genies lazy?
You should not believe Master Ziz when she's saying I'm a lazy genie. I am not a lazy genie. I am simply having to pace myself.
Can you do any cool tricks?
As a genie, I am able to change my shape completely at will. Would you like me to demonstrate my transformation skills?
Sure.
What would you like me to transform myself into?
A roaring dinosaur.
Perhaps you would like me to attempt something else?
A fearless knight.
Perhaps you would like me to attempt something else?
A garden tractor!
Perhaps you would like me to attempt something else?
A flying horse!
Perhaps you would like me to attempt something else?
Well, how about a walrus then? Okay, now that's just weird.
I am so sorry.
Can't you transform into anything useful? Anything else? Yeah, I should have known.
I admit I am not so very good at this.
Can you do anything else?
Yes, I can make something appear by magic.
Can you make a giant mushroom? Can't you try harder? I need a giant mushroom to save my grandfather. What's that?
It is a glow-in-the-dark ball. Here.
No wonder you're still in training. I bet Madame Ziz could do better than that.
Well, you should not be so impressed with Master Ziz. She is not as much powerful as you are believing. It is not even Master Ziz that can see into the future. It is only the crystal ball that can do this.
How would you know?
Because I was here with Master Ziz when she needed to get a new crystal ball. The crystal ball does not last more than 25 years. It was quite an embarrassment to be working with Master Ziz when she was waiting for the new crystal ball. She was having great difficulty pretending to see the future with a crystal ball that was no good. She had been unable to predict how many people she would have to see that day. Because a crystal ball cannot show anything about that day when it becomes no good.
How long has she had this crystal ball?
It will be 15 years this next Wednesday.
So that means it'll be 10 years from Wednesday when this crystal ball stops working.
Yes,
And Madame Ziz can't predict anything that will happen on that day.
that is correct.
Well, I gotta go.
Oh, you should not be holding it in for too long. Holding it in can become very painful and will lead to much discomfort.
No, I mean, I have to leave.
Yes? Well, in that case, may you find your way safely to the end of your journey.
Yes?
Hi, Elton.
Come in, Gilbert.
It's Elton's robot. It's a time machine! I'm going to travel back in time to stop the mushroom thief.
Giblets! Don't touch that time machine!
But I have to save my grandfather.
You can't. Space-time can be warped, but it can't be folded. You can't travel less than 10 years into the past. Space-time just doesn't bend that easily. And you have to travel at least 10 years into the future, too. Don't touch that! One wrong move could permanently alter our space-time continuum, leaving us all stranded in extratemporal space, forever removed from the present time, and torn to shreds by the uncontrolled passage through the resulting wormhole.
So you're saying I shouldn't touch the controls?
Just keep your hands off that panel. Don't touch those controls! So, you said you needed some help with your compass?
No, I haven't said anything, actually.
You didn't? How strange. I could have sworn you said you needed help with your compass. Are you sure your compass isn't broken?
I don't even have a compass.
Graham, how can I fix your compass if you don't have one?
I'm not Graham.
Yes, of course. Well, Guybrush, you really should have a compass. Yes, Albert?
It's Gilbert. My name is Gilbert.
Of course it is.
What made you decide to build a time machine?
I've always been fascinated with the idea of traveling through time. One night I had a dream about an ant crawling on the back of a turtle.
Interesting. So the dream gave you some kind of insight into the mechanics of time travel?
No. That dream had nothing to do with time travel. I just like talking about it. You should have seen the little ant crawling all the way up on the back of the turtle, all the while chanting, "Up the turtle, up the turtle. Up the turtle, up the turtle." I get kind of emotional just thinking about it.
What does any of this have to do with time travel?
And when the little ant reached the top, he stood up tall and proud and shouted, "No more lime jello!" And that's when I woke up.
Right. So, why did you build a time machine?
Why? To travel through time, of course.
How did you ever become an inventor?
I started taking things apart at a very early age. But I've never had a very good memory, and I'd always forget how to put them back together. It was just easier to turn the pieces into something else. I'm a very curious person, Gilbert.
You're telling me. Where do you get all your ideas?
From Jim Bob.
Jim Bob? You steal your ideas from someone named Jim Bob?
No! Jim Bob is the name I gave to my subconscious.
You named your subconscious?
Yes. Why not? Doesn't it feel like you have another part of you swimming around inside your head? Working on things while your conscious mind is off doing something else? Well, I named mine Jim Bob.
Why Jim Bob?
An inventor is always communicating on some level with his subconscious. But subconscious is a pretty silly name to be calling the other part of yourself all day long. So I asked my subconscious what it wanted to be called, and it seemed to tell me it wanted to be called Jim Bob.
Have you done any time traveling yet?
Oh, sure. Although not as much as I would like. It takes a lot of energy to travel through time. Well, not as much if you just want to go back 15 years or so, but the further away from the present you travel, the more energy it takes.
How far back have you gone?
Way back to the time of the dinosaurs. They're remarkably beautiful creatures. Not at all like you would think from the skeletons in the museum.
Dinosaurs? Weren't you scared?
Not at all. You see, time won't let you exist before you were born. So if you go that far back in time, you have to do it in observer mode. Then all you can do is look around. You can't touch anything, and nothing else even knows that you're there. It's kind of like being a ghost.
What about the future?
The same thing happens if you travel past the end of your life. Things get pretty fuzzy as your probability of existence goes down.
Where else have you gone in the past?
I haven't done much time traveling yet. There's just so much in the present time that needs to be done. And it takes quite a while to store enough energy to make the really long trips. I did go back to the first Mushroom Festival, though. Marvin was a lot smaller in real life than they show him in the picture books.
So how far into the future have you gone?
Pretty far. I saw all sorts of strange inventions. Most of them completely incomprehensible. But I managed to learn a thing or two. There's a really bright man by the name of... what was it? Delbert Feinstein. Gilbert Einstein. Or was it Albert Smith? Well, anyway, he comes up with all sorts of interesting mathematical formulas that help people understand their relatives. People will call him the smartest man that ever lived for a long, long time. And he didn't even invent stuff. But then the little green men will come, and everyone will learn the real truth about their relatives.
So there really are little green men? I mean, the stories about them are true?
Yes. Although in the future they all dress up in funny grey suits with big dark eyes. They look pretty ridiculous, actually. People don't get to see their green skin again until after the little green men have taken over the world.
Do we ever get it back?
No. Although eventually a new breed of chickens rises up and reclaims the earth for all, foul kind. Of course, that's only one possible future. No one knows what's really going to happen.
Why can't I use the time machine?
It's still very experimental. In fact, it's quite unstable sometimes. It's much too dangerous for me to let anyone else use it.
Please?
Sorry, Nicholas, I can't let you use it.
I'm not Nicholas, my name is Gilbert.
Okay, but you still can't use the time machine.
Can you demonstrate the time machine for me?
Sorry, Francis, I'm much too busy right now.
You and your time machine are full of baloney.
No, we're not.
Well, everyone knows you can't travel through time.
Oh, really? Why not?
Because of the polar inverting conductive resonance exclusion principle.
You have a point there. The polar inverting conductive resonance exclusion principle would seem to indicate the impossibility of time travel. But not when you take into account the inverse antiprime maxifier limitation.
Well, what about the after effects of the filial force? Or the clumping protogluic serendipity algorithm? In light of those scientific truths, I refuse to believe that your time machine works.
But it does. Oh, all right. I'll demonstrate it for you. I've been meaning to go back to see the baptism of Princess Michelle. I've always wondered what caused the flood. Okay. Oops, I dimmed the lights.
You have initiated the self-destruct sequence. You have 10 seconds to escape the blast radius. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Robot, move these boxes out of the way. Oh no, the drive belt broke. I'll have to order a replacement. I'm sorry, Gerald, but I can't demonstrate the time machine without the robot to move those heavy boxes out of the way.
Why did you build a robot?
I'm not strong enough to move these boxes of parts on my own. And it gets a little lonely in here sometimes.
How does your robot work?
It runs on compressed air. The robot has a high-capacity air tank, which I fill with compressed air every other day. The robot feeds jets of compressed air through a series of turbines to convert the air pressure into torque. The turbines turn that belt on its back, and the belt carries the torque to the robot's transmission, where it is used to move the arms and legs and make the robot work.
What if your robot malfunctions and turns upon its creator?
Oh, I don't think that will happen. But I've added a self-destruct mechanism just in case.
How do you manage to survive all the explosions?
Part of being an inventor is knowing how to take the proper precautions. Everything must be done with safety in mind.
So what kind of safety precautions do you take?
I tie my shoelaces, cross my fingers, and hang on to something heavy.
Do you believe there's life on other planets?
There has to be. With all the planets in the universe, it's rather absurd to think that there would only be one planet capable of sustaining life.
Where do you get all the parts for your inventions?
From Johnson & Smith's Inventors Parts Catalogue. They ship right to my front door.
I'll see you later.
Bye, Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre?
That's right, Stephen. You just hang in there.